man sat in his backyard staring at the night sky. In his mind, he was soaring past the clouds, touching the stars. When he was younger, his father had told him the stories of the old space program, of men reaching for the moon. Those stories sparked something in him, a curiosity that turned into an obsession. He wanted to touch the stars, but he didn't have any money or resources. So he started small, building little rockets in his backyard. They would sputter and smoke, but never quite take off. His friends and family thought it was all a bit silly and encouraged him to get a real job. But he never gave up. One day, he sat down and drew the blueprint of a spaceship. It was a crazy mix of salvaged parts and makeshift designs, but it was all he had. So he started to hunt for resources. He scoured junkyards and scrap heaps, collecting anything he thought could be useful. Old machines, engines, wires, anything that might help him build his dream. He worked day and night, eating, sleeping, dreaming of the stars. People passing by his house would shake their heads at the sight of a man welding in his backyard, but he ignored them. He knew what he was doing was important. There were moments of doubt, of course. There were times when he felt like giving up, when the weight of his obsession threatened to crush him. But then he would look up at the stars and remember why he started this journey. One day, while working on his test engine, something remarkable happened. The engine sputtered and roared to life, bathing his workspace in a bright, beautiful light. It was a small victory, but it gave him hope. Hope that maybe, just maybe, he could do this. That maybe he could reach the stars. For the next few months, he worked feverishly on the ship. He assembled the parts, welded the joints, wired the systems, all under the light of the stars. He worked through the night, fueled by coffee and determination, creating a masterpiece out of scrap metal. Finally, it was ready. He strapped himself into the cockpit and took a deep breath. His heart was racing. This was it, the moment he had dreamed of for so long. A countdown began. 10, 9, 8. The engines roared to life. Flames shot out from the bottom of the rocket, engulfing everything in their path. 3, 2, 1. The rocket lifted off, soaring into the sky. The ground beneath him shook, and the world around him became a blur. He looked back at the Earth, at the tiny figures waving at him. He was leaving them behind now. As the rocket ascended higher and higher, the air grew thin, and the stars seemed to come alive. Finally, he was touching the stars. He reached out and closed his eyes, feeling the infinite expanse of space envelop him. He was alone, truly alone, but he wasn't scared anymore. He had reached his goal. He had touched the stars.